Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's the Mike and Mish Show Mission Accomplished podcast. What's up, Mikey?
What's up, Kyle? Just chilling
You
over
know.
here. I got my hard coffee.
What you got? That a rebel? You got that rebel shit?
Look at that rebel
Gotcha.
shit. That hard
What,
coffee. It's
what's
good. Good stuff.
what's the alcohol content on that rebel coffee?
5%.
Oh, that's not enough. You're gonna have to pour
It's
some
like a
vodka
bear.
in there.
It's like having a bear in a
Is there,
coffee.
is there caffeine in that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100% Arabica.
Oh shit, dude, you're fancy, son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, we got another big show tonight. We got 4 guests lined up. We're waiting for our first guest to come into the green room right now, but I'm going to go ahead and pull each one of these guys up because this is pretty exciting, ladies and gentlemen. KnuckleMania
Sure
is about a week and a half away, and we got one half of the feature bout between Chad Mendes and our guy named Famez, Joshua Alvarez. I don't know if he goes by Joshua Alvarez ever, but we're gonna have to ask him about that nickname.
Yeah, it's on the poster, but it's Fame's on the poster, but on
And on
Facebook,
the website.
it says Alvarez.
Oh, really? And then after Mr. Famez, we will have Mr. Jomi Escoboza, the former BYB 185-pound champion who left BYB to come over to the BKFC and take on the guys over there. His quest to collect all belts like Infinity Stones, the Thanos of bare knuckle, Jomi Escoboza will be here, followed by Mr. Chevy Bridges, the wild man himself. We met him down in Biloxi. Super cool dude. He put on a fucking show in Wichita, Kansas. He will be dropping by. He's going to be fighting on that card too against Plazaola. Plazaola? Is that how you say it?
Plazaola.
Plazaola against Chevy Bridges. And then last but not least, our last guest of the evening, we will welcome back Mr. H.D. Howard Davis, who will be taking on Joe Peg on that card as well. Mike, I cannot wait to be there live in person to see this shit go down. How about you?
Either. I can't wait either. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it.
Oh, Jesus. Take it easy there, Jesse Spano.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, easy on the no-dos, you fucking loser.
Yeah,
hey,
that's like an episode that every single person knows from Saved by the Bell. Like, if you know about Saved by the Bell, or even if maybe you didn't watch it, you got to know that episode.
Yeah, hey guys, and also while we're on the subject of big shows, tomorrow night starting at 9 p.m.
Yes,
we have one half of the title fight on BKFC. I almost said main event.
Yeah,
but I still don't think it's the main event.
I know we spoke about this before.
Yeah, we spoke about this.
Hasn't changed though.
It's a mystery. A mystery. Hey, that song that I just sang right there is from Yo Gabba Gabba, like 10 years ago when my kid was 1 year old. We're going to have Martin Smash Brown on tomorrow night, followed by the victorious Jared Warren, who was unbelievable last week against Scott O'Shaughnessy. And then following Jared Warren tomorrow night will be the one, the only, Britton Beltran. So
another title fight.
So 2 halves of 2 title fights on tomorrow night on this show.
Yes.
But our first guest of the evening is here in the green room right now. He is going to be welcoming Chad Mendes to the BKFC Squared Circle. Hold on one second before we bring you in. Guys, don't forget, tell all your friends, follow our new Instagram because hackers exist, internet terrorists exist. They can all fucking blow us. They can line up. Fuck you guys for stealing our shit. Now we got a new Instagram. It's right there. The _mission _accomplished. Give us a follow. Thank you very much. With that said, one half of the feature bout against Chad Mendes, Mr. Famez.
What's up, brother?
Yo, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's
Doing
up?
Good, man. Good.
You know, Famez, I don't know if you remember this, but I interviewed you after you knocked out Paul Teague with one punch in Hollywood, Florida, last time I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
I had so many interviews that I don't remember.
I know.
So
I could tell you which one it was. I was interviewing you just as they were about to start the national anthem with your boy right behind us in the ring. And
Okay.
as he was about to sing, we paused the interview. You said, "Hold on, this is my best friend. We got to turn around."
Loved it. I remember.
Yeah. So here you are, man. Look at you, 2 fights later, and you are the man chosen to welcome the former UFC title contender, former UFC fucking longtime veteran,
Yeah.
Chad Mendes into the BKFC. I got to ask you, how did this fight come about? Did you seek this fight out? Did they offer it to you? How did this happen?
I mean, look, man, as all my interviews go, I'm a firm believer in manifestation, and I knew I was gonna get the biggest fight of BKFC, regardless of the name or who it was. I just understood that I knew I was gonna get that big fight. I knew I was gonna be the face of bare knuckle. With that being said, it worked its way towards me after the loss that I took, my last fight. There's no way to go down after that. It's just going up. And I was in the works of speaking with David, and I couldn't say no. It's a win-win for me, regardless of what happens that night. It's a win-win.
Look at Joe Ivy in the comments. Oh, she is always complimenting the fellas on this show, man. We love you, Joe. She's always on here, always talking about how nice people's eyes are and their smiles, man. Look at you. You fell right into her catalog there. Nah, man, that's awesome. So you weren't surprised at all when you got the bout. Were you surprised at all? Because I'm going to be honest with you. Nothing against you. I was surprised that he wasn't immediately thrown into that title fight, or fighting Bobby Taylor or somebody like that, a well-established name. So were you surprised when this happened?
I mean, I wouldn't say surprised. I'm the most marketable face there is in BKFC, and that's just me being arrogant and being honest. I'm the most marketable fucking face in BKFC. So I'm definitely not surprised. When I win, it's just easy to market me, and it's someone coming from BKFC. I don't really have a background with anything else, so it makes sense. It makes sense. I know a lot of people are like, what the fuck, this is going to be a walk in the park for Chad, but everyone will see.
Go ahead, Mike.
I love the confidence. I do, because you're facing somebody that I'm sure, and I've heard you actually talk about it before, that we've all watched growing up in UFC. He's been retired for a little bit. Didn't know if he was going to come back. He decides to come back and bare knuckle, and now you guys are going to square off. So I know you feel like this is destiny, and you're going to change everyone's mind after this fight.
Yeah, everyone's going to see that I took this fight serious. Everyone's going to see that I'm in the best shape of my life, man. I don't know.
The reason, do you feel that way because your gym change?
The gym changing had a lot to do with it, like it had a lot to do with it. I need to separate myself. I believe everyone goes through alone time, or just they need to put themselves in position to really find themselves. And that's what I needed. I needed to step away from who knew me, and from those that don't completely, nothing about me. And I was slacking off. I was partying, and I didn't take this opportunity that I have serious. And now that I have this on my plate, it's like, how can I not? The fight hasn't even begun, and I'm financially like the best I've ever been. So it's crazy, man. It's life-changing is what it is.
Yeah, like the way you just said that, to be honest with you, like me and Mike, we're New England guys. We're from up north, up an hour from Boston, 2 hours from New York. I had honestly never heard of you, but come to find out, you're like ultra fucking popular down south. You're a musician. You got a lot of good music out. I actually saw Brendan Schaub giving you some shout outs on his podcast. Big thicky boy himself was giving you some props on his show. Yeah, man, it's kind of a life changer. Honestly, you go from like a super popular person in one demographic of the country to you go ahead and you murk someone like Chad Mendes, you're a worldwide star at that point. Would you agree?
Yeah, 1,000%. You know, you guys are you and the rest of the world is witnessing a future household name, you know, and especially with bare knuckle, I believe we don't have a household name. We have stars from other organizations, but not from BKFC, and this is going to be the rise of a BKFC star, like a true star, and it's all thanks to Chad Mendes. It's all thanks to everything he's done in his career.
Well, BKFC certainly needs to have some homegrown talent and stars, so to say. I believe it happened with Britton Hart, now Britton Beltran, when she fought Paige Van Zandt. They put Paige Van Zandt in there. I have to believe they wanted Paige to win because of the money they invested in her and the eyes that they were bringing. I feel like this is a similar situation with you.
Yeah, I believe so as well. I mean, it's a win-win for BKFC if let's say things don't go my way and Chad Mendes wins. They got Chad Mendes. If things do go my way, they have a household name from BKFC. So it's a great marketing plan with them as well. You know, like not bringing in Bobby where he's old and washed up. You know, like it's just, it wouldn't make sense if he did win. It just wouldn't make sense to promote him. We're speaking about a business first and foremost, and then it comes fighting.
Yeah. Well, hey, what gym were you Boxar before? No.
Boxar? No, I wasn't. I was in Goat Shed.
Goat Shed, and now you're at Slaughterhouse now, right?
I'm at Slaughterhouse. I love the Goat Shed. I still go there from time to time. Just Slaughterhouse is just specifically for bare knuckle, and that's
right. I was just gonna say, man, moving over to Slaughterhouse with Ryan Perez, you're surrounding yourself with guys that are training specifically for bare knuckle. You got yourself now. You got Jim Ayler's just joined the team over there. You got Kid Gotti and Howard Davis. Like Perez is putting together a nice little squad for bare knuckle, and honestly, potentially all four of you guys could be faces of the sport because we've seen you have talent in the ring. We've seen Howard Davis and Kid Gotti, of course, and
Gotti is a truth, man. The Gotti is next up. He's fighting for I believe the title March 15th.
I think it's 12th, March 12th.
March 12th. So he's fighting
on New York. Yep.
Yeah, he's fighting for the title March 12th, and that kid's the truth. He's really gonna be another star of BKFC, and BKFC has like molded that, you know, like so. That's brilliant. I love that for him. He's my teammate now, and my current most sparring partner. So I mean, when I say I'm getting work, I'm getting work. There's a lot of things that Chad Mendes can't do with his stiffness that Jared just does and understands, and it's bare knuckle. You know, Chad Mendes is a great athletic all around fighter. But this boxing shit is different, man. Right. It's really different.
Now, you said a few things about Chad on the BKFC podcast. You said he's on a healthy dose of a healthy amount of steroids. Are you just basing that off of looking at him, or you know some secrets that we don't know?
I mean, I know some secrets you guys don't know.
Okay, all right, man. Well,
you know that tea.
Yeah.
But regardless of the fact, I mean, can anyone just look at him? He's never looked better in his fucking whole career.
He's big right now for sure.
The guy's massive. The guy's fucking massive. And I mean, I believe that's just a cycle that there's no way he just jumped on that. There's a cycle over time, and now he looks exactly what he looks like. But it's gonna work to my advantage. All that muscle needs oxygen, and I mean, you have to throw double the amount of punches. He's not used to that. It's a whole different fucking world, and he knows it as well. This is new for him. This is a new step up for him. You know, he's not gonna go there and fucking lay down, but there's a lot of things where he's gonna have to get accustomed to, and very fast. You know, let's not give me credit for 2 seconds. I haven't done much, you know, in my career. I haven't done much. And for someone that hasn't done much, if I punch you in your face one time, bare knuckle, it's different than MMA and it's different from boxing.
That is the truth. A lot of people have learned this.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, I don't want to get punched in the face with the bare knuckle, you know?
Right.
It's definitely different. I think I got not into an argument, but like a back and forth with somebody online that was trying to say that it is boxing, and they were trying to do like we call it MMA math or whatever, where they're saying this person beat that person. I said this is totally different. It's yes, people are punching each other in the face, so it's kind of mirrors boxing in a way, but it's totally different. You have to do different things. You can clinch. There's different rules. You can't block the same. It's a whole. The pace is different. The rounds are in BKFC. The rounds are shorter. There's 5 rounds. It's very, very different.
Yeah, it's there's a lot to get used to. A lot of people are looking at Chad and looking at his videos and think like, oh, he looks fucking great. He looks in shape. And look, man, Chad looks in shape, but there's a lot of mistakes. And it's what the. I wish I could tell you guys my game plan, but there's just fucking a lot of mistakes, man, and it's gonna work. It's gonna fucking work. And a lot of people think that I'm crazy, and crazy enough they're believing in me because I believe in myself so much. It's not a mistake that I'm here. And if you look at my pattern and just understand my backstory, this is it. This is really it. This is the ending of Chad and the beginning of Famez. And it's really not the ending of Chad. He has his life, his family, and everything. I keep saying in interviews. And I can't wait to shake his hand and become his friend, maybe, after the fight. But right now, it's fuck Chad. I'm in it, and I'm gonna be in his shit.
Earlier you said you believe in manifestation, and one of the most famous combat athletes of all time who actually beat Chad Mendes in a interim title fight, Conor McGregor, is a huge believer in positive visualization and manifestation. And then, if you keep visualizing it, man, that shit is powerful, especially you being in the game and in him never stepping in there yet in a bare knuckle fight. Like I said, you have a leg up on him. You got a positive attitude, and
look, it's as simple as this. I have nothing to lose.
Right.
I have absolutely zero to lose. He has everything to lose when he loses to me. Who the fuck am I? The day after, when I win, the day after, the press is going to go nuts.
Oh yeah, all the MMA websites that barely cover this sport, the MMA fightings of the MMA fighting, MMA junkie, that they're all gonna have an article about you if and when you pull this off. So it'll be a life changer. Maybe you can get a little piece of his $600,000 check.
Listen, when I say I'm living comfortable right now, I'm living comfortable right now. I wish you guys could see my view. I'm fucking spectacular, and I'm 26 years old. I'm good. I'm on the 58th floor of fucking downtown. I'm living.
I saw that view out the window when you were doing the BKFC podcast. I was like, that's a pretty nice high rise there in Miami.
I'm living perfectly fine, and it's not. I mean, this fight opened a lot of doors for me. It opened a lot of relationships, with sponsors, and I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this moment, and I'm just living in the moment. I'm not really thinking about too much. I'm living in the moment and being present. A lot of people are so infatuated with seeing the future and all that shit. I'm just fucking living this, because in 10 years from now, I'm just gonna look back and be like, wow, I embraced that moment, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm embracing the moment and just being one with myself.
Are you putting your music career on hold for the time being, or are you still doing both?
No, I'm just putting it on hold, man. I'm putting it on hold. Like I said, my best friend's Justin Love. He's a Grammy double platinum Grammy award winning singer songwriter. So I'm set when it comes to music. But right now, it's just all about fighting. It's all about fighting, and I have 2 more fights on the contract. So after Chad, there's gonna be 2 more bums, and then that's it.
It's kind of like Tom Brady, right? He just announced his retirement, and he said, "Hey, I don't feel 100% in it. So if I'm not 100% in, I'm out. And I feel like fighting is something that you have to be 100% in.
I'm so sorry. I gotta answer this real quick. It's my Uber.
Go ahead, man.
Uber Eats.
Listen, I'm up in the high rise right now, 58th floor. Get up here and give me some of this pizza. What do you got? Pizza, Chinese food?
He ate pizza and Chinese food a fucking week before his fight.
Oh,
Come
man,
on, man.
I haven't ate all day. I haven't ate all day, and they're trying to cancel my order, and I can't have that right now.
Damn, can't be doing it. Are you on weight here, or you have to lose a lot of weight?
No, I don't have to lose a lot of weight, man. I'm fucking. I wish you guys could see. I'm shredded. I'm good. Hey, how's it going?
I love this. You know, Mike, the other day we had Helen Peralta getting interrupted by UFC.
And I go downstairs.
That's right. And we tried to figure out who it was, and there was no figuring out because they weren't allowed to wear anything that said UFC on it. But I feel like we should have figured that out on the spot. Like, why would it be so important? Because most other organizations wouldn't go to that length, I feel like. But obviously, we would have never guessed that it was the Ultimate Fighter 30 that she was going to be on.
No. What got you interested in bare knuckle? I'll ask him that.
Yeah. So
look at Zion. Zion says, "Don't feel bad. I had McDonald's."
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, hey, listen,
you guys continue asking me. I'm gonna just talk.
All right, cool. Now we were giving you some space. All right, hey, let's do a speed round with this guy, Mr. Famez. Our guys are gonna get to know you in a way that you wouldn't be talking on any other show. Here we go. Speed round. What is the easiest way that you waste an hour? How do you do it?
Sex.
There you go, ladies.
They're gonna be like Family Feud. Good answer. Good answer.
Number 2. Go ahead, Mike.
What's a must-do for anyone visiting Miami?
Fuck. Everything that you can do. Everything that you can do. I don't know if there's a must. Just everything in one. Just do it.
Just do it all. Sex. Just fuck everything. We went down to Wynwood.
Wynwood, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
That was cool.
Art over there is dope.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
All right, number 3. How many members of the Wu-Tang Clan can you name, Famez? Only 26 years old.
Is RZA one of them?
Yes, he is.
Okay, RZA, Method Man.
There you go.
Fuck, Redman isn't in it.
Oh, they consider him a member.
Yeah. So, all right, Method Man, RZA. Who's that? Whoa, what's his name?
Well, you got Ghostface Killer. You got Raekwon.
You got RZA and
Master Killer.
RZA and
Old Dirty Bastard.
I don't know.
Jizza.
The Genius. Oh man, You God. Oh, Capadonna. You got to get in there, Famez. I'm telling you, it's the greatest rap music ever made.
I'll listen to it.
All right. Number 4.
What's something you think everyone should try at least once in their lifetime?
Facing their fear.
There you go. Getting punched in the face with a bare knuckle. Yeah. And the last one for you, sir. Who do you have winning the Super Bowl this weekend? The Rams or the Bengals?
May the best team win.
That's it. You're gonna throw some money down? Do you gamble on sports?
I don't gamble on sports. I gamble on fights though. I wish I could bet on myself. It's illegal, but we'll work around that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Justin Love can bet on you.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna work around that, man.
What are the odds in your fight, Mike? Do we know this?
The odds, I can bring them up, but I don't have them right now.
Yeah, I'll give Mike a second. In the meantime, go ahead and shout some people out and give us a prediction in your fight with Chad Mendes.
Prediction for the fight, man. I don't know what round. I won't call the round, but he's definitely going to overcommit. When he does, there's going to be a beautiful counter, and that's going to be that for Chad. That's going to be the end of that round. He's gonna overcommit, and it's going to be his fault. That's it. It's going to be his fault, and I'm going to continue saying that it's going to be his fault that he loses this fight.
All right, so I have it. They have Chad Mendes at a -500, and you at a +375.
That's beautiful.
Whoa,
that's crazy.
Whoa. Whoa.
So almost four times your money. If you win, we can win almost 4 times our money. So that is.
So
Pretty,
for
don't
200
let it stay. Listen, I'm gonna have to drop some money now, man.
$200, you get 800.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, you bet $200, you get 800 back.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Very close. Yep.
You put 1,000 down, you get 4 back.
I'll put my whole purse down. All right.
Nah, man. My big question for Chad in this fight is obviously he has been outside of the combat sports world for a while. Yes, he's been training again. I wonder how his cardio is going to hold up being as bulky as he is right now, fighting up a weight class from what he used to in the UFC. He fought at 145. He's going in there at 155. He's going to be heavier. He's going to be bigger, stronger.
I just
wonder if he's going to that fucking lactic acid's going to build up and he's going to fucking slow down, you know?
I don't want anyone to give him excuses. I want everyone to see that he is in the best shape of his life, and I don't want to hear any excuses. He's a wrestler. He got tired. Come on, it's Chad fucking Mendes. There's no way he's gonna get tired. Like let's throw that out the window as well. You know, are his arms gonna drop? His arms are definitely gonna drop. I see him in the videos all day. They're dropping regardless. You know. But it's Chad fucking Mendes. He better come as Chad fucking Mendes, and there should be no excuses at all. I'm a fucking kid, 1-1 in bare knuckle. Who the fuck am I? As soon as I knock out Chad, everybody will know.
Well, you know what? It's a huge fight. Famez and Chad Mendes, KnuckleMania 2, February 19th in Hollywood, Florida. Huge step up in competition, huge name that's going to put you on the map. All right, buddy. Thank you very much for coming on. We can't wait to see you down there live in person. If you want, do you have any sponsors or anything you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and speak about the sponsors real quick. People that make it happen. So we have Smoke Show. Smoke Show is an amazing company. They've been with me since day 1. Now it's day 3. For this massive fight. So shout out to Smoke Show. Runa's Peruvian Cuisine. That's where I eat all my fucking Peruvian food. I'm Peruvian if you guys don't know. So those are my roots. Third Eye Society. That is my main sponsor, and they're killing it in the NFT world. SoFlo Detox. That's for Miami. Any detox. It's actually getting me through the next 4 days, losing this water weight. You know, and that's about it. Shout out to my man Sam, and we're killing it, man.
All right, Mike, what do you got for Famez?
Just good luck in your fight. We will see you there. We're coming to Miami. We'll be down there. We'll get an interview with you.
Listen,
I love your attitude, man. I feel like you can't lose with a winning attitude like that.
No, man, I won't lose. I won't. I mean, if you take away his name and put Styles, it doesn't match up to mine, you know. And I've played it 1,000 times in my head. This is definitely my fight. This is definitely what's gonna happen. And Chad Mendes is gonna lose that night, and a lot of people are gonna be shocked. There's a lot of people that are gonna be upset, but I'm here. I'm young, and I'm ready to take over this whole shit.
Outstanding attitude, man. Good luck. We'll see you down there. All right, brother.
All right, my guys. Thank you so much.
All right, take it easy. See you. All right, that is one half of the feature bout that evening. Mr. Famez.
Yeah, I am excited.
Peruvian blood. Dude, he was a fucking cool guy. We met him down there. Great attitude on him. I mean, the first fight that we saw him in lasted, I think, 1 punch, right?
Oh, yeah, it was over like that.
It was like 17 seconds long, and he knocked out Paul Teague with one right down the middle. And let's be honest, nothing against Famez. It was a beautiful punch and a beautiful knockout, but Paul Teague probably shouldn't be going up in there anymore. And then he had a really, really nice fight, a real back and forth battle with Arthur Cisse in his last one. He came out on the losing end of that one, but it was a very tight fight, and it was a decision loss. But he switched gyms. He's you know, obviously he has the fucking most positive attitude out there, and he, you know, manifestation, man, positive visualization. Keep playing that shit in your head, and you'll go ahead and get that victory. You know,
that's right.
We have a second guest lined up in the green room. What was that word that you said today? Squanchy.
Squanchy.
It's about to get squanchy up in this motherfucker. Here we got Mr. Jomi Escoboza, Mr. 6-0. What's happening?
What's up, my brothers? How you
Oh.
doing? How you been? It's been a while since I talked to y'all boys.
What's up?
AKA David Feldman's special hitman. What is up, Jomi?
Hey,
so
I like that.
That is nice. Hey, so here you are, man. Here you are. Last time we talked to you, you were the reigning, defending 185-pound BYB champion. You have since left that organization, came to the BKFC, and you have plans for everybody in that 185 division. How did this move happen? What happened?
So yeah, man, it's just an opportunity arose, right? And any fighter will take that same opportunity, to support their family and make it to the top, no matter how they do it. And I collected a belt. Like I said before, I want all the belts. I want to be the lineal champion, the first lineal champion in bare knuckle boxing history, and I will be. And then, I want that 175 belt also. So, I'm waiting for Thiago to get healthy. That 185 division is just like a little, toss up right now because, ain't no champ unless you piss test. And nobody has weighed 185 yet, so we got to see what's going on with that. But yeah, man, I'm here to destroy everything. And
that is a question that needs to be answered, man. That is a question that needs to be answered. I don't understand how nothing against Lorenzo, nothing against these guys, but if they allow them to fight at 195 pounds for a 185-pound belt, I just don't understand this. And anybody out there that can tell me, well, the weight class goes from 185 to 204 or whatever that is, you need to agree on a certain weight.
It's supposed to be 186 to 205.
To 205, whatever.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean you could weigh. That shouldn't mean you could weigh any weight in that fucking 19-pound range. That's just insane to me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do you agree with this, Joey?
No, of course. Now, so in BKFC, the weight classes are not like that, they're just one weight. But, trying to save the old man, his belt from not getting taken away, my boy Lorenzo is going to take that. You feel me? Well, what happened? They try to make it so that he gets two belts and, trying to make it that Lorenzo, make it harder for him and stuff. But he came through and took that shit. Now, Lorenzo should be the 205 champ right now. He took Hector's 205 belt. Why? Because they weighed 195. To get a 185 title in Florida, you have to weigh 185 flat or under. Like I have. And you have to take a piss test right before you walk out to your fight, like I did. Now, I record everything. I make sure I do everything the right way, the hard way. Going through a tournament full of 185ers that have way more fight experience than me. Cool. I did that. I took a piss test. I did everything I needed to do to be the cleanest champion. I got my receipts. I got everything. Now, now it's time to start exposing all the weird shit that everybody's talking about because, I'm a true clean champ. I got receipts for it. I understand there might be other clean champs, but I'm the only one with receipts. I can say this.
Your opponent's in the chat room, just so you know, calling you Little Johnny.
Oh yeah, I know.
Little Tommy and Little Johnny.
Yeah, that's his little weak comeback, because Little Tommy is what it is, Little Tommy and Didi. You know who Didi is?
I do, but let everyone know.
Okay, so Didi stands for Delusional Daddy. Little Tommy and Delusional Daddy. And, it's going to be a rough night. It's going to be a rough night for them because I promise you, there's only two things that can happen. He quits or gets put to sleep, doesn't make it count. That's one thing. Those are all, in that category. Or two, he dares to last 5 2-minute rounds and his face will be mauled up, like destroyed. And I
No, you're
promise you
coming from
guys,
BYB. BYB has 3-minute rounds, right? And seven round fights. So you've gone that extra minute and those extra rounds. So honestly,
and how do
you've
I
been in
look?
there. You've honestly been in there longer than most guys in the division. You know what I mean? As far as time in the ring goes, in the actual
Cardio for
combat, you know.
days. Cardio for days, and that
Cardio.
will be shown. That will be shown in this. Now, of course, 2-minute rounds, more activity. But guess what? I've been shown to prove that I do, you know, I do pressure, I do everything, I do movements, everything, and still have cardio at the end of the fight. I can keep going, keep going, keep going. I can be explosive. I can move fast for 2 minutes, whatever it is, and still be ready to go because I'm training nonstop. Ever since I won my belt, even before that, training nonstop because I know once you get to the belt, once you get to the top, everybody's coming at you. It's not going to be an easy road. I started off from the backyard, in the backyard where, you know, I have more experience than everybody in bare knuckle right now. Let's be honest. Like, I know how to surgically destroy somebody's face without gloves. Like, I've been doing this for a while, but I stay quiet, you know, prove myself for a little bit. After I prove myself, you know, there's still some doubters, of course, you know, but guess what? That's more motivation. Keep giving me that energy. I'm going to keep proving everyone wrong. Everyone that's doubting me, everyone that says, oh, that jab is goofy. Oh, that jab. Oh, you think the jab has no power. Hey, what has my jab work have done? You know, what has my jab work done? We see what it does to people's faces. I mean, like, hey, hold on. One thing. My last 2 fights, these weren't 100%. These weren't, you weren't seeing Jomi swinging 100% with these 2 things right here. You weren't seeing me swing 100%. So now you get to see a healthy Jomi that's ready and hungry, motivated by all the doubters, all the naysayers. So it's going to be fun. Fun.
For the people that say you've never fought anybody, right? You're 6-0. Now, the people that say, you know, BYB is the Bellator to BKFC is the UFC, like you're basically Michael Chandler coming over to the UFC. And what do you say to those people? Like, you have fought 6 times inside the ring, and I you know, you haven't fought anybody. Honestly, on Zion, I think that's a weak, just like a easy button. You know what I mean? Like, those were all, I've watched some of those fights. They were all hard fights. I don't know. Go ahead.
Hey, you put Zion in the same tournament that I was in, he doesn't win. Let's be straight up. He doesn't win. I'm sorry. He doesn't win in the same tournament that I was in. Why? Because those guys have over 30 MMA fights. Those guys have kickboxing fights. Those guys are experienced fighters. Well, yeah, they might have. This is a new sport. Everybody still has a young record, but everybody that was in that tournament was more experienced than me. Nobody thought I was gonna win that tournament. Why? Because I'm from the backyard. You don't expect nobody to come from the backyard to be destroying people like I am. But you know that this is what it is, and I'm here to stay. I'm here to take over. Here to take all the crowns, you know, and establish myself. First lineal champion, the greatest, the GOAT of bare knuckle. I will prove that time and time again.
Mike,
another confident guy on the show again. So I'm wondering,
go ahead.
how did all of this, I don't want to call it animosity because I like to use, it's a good word to use, it's a nice WWE word. How did this all happen between you and Zion, and then also his father? Like, how did all this come about? Is it just through social media stuff? You guys just busting each other's balls, or I do feel like it's starting to get a little more heated than I expected it to be honest.
Well, I mean, from my part, there's nothing heated. You know, I'm all laughing and giggles. I use it as motivation. They troll everybody. They're supposedly the biggest trolls in BKFC, right? Zion's been calling everybody a bum that has way more fighting experience than him. Why? Because he's here and he's trying to get up here. And I get it. You're trying to call everybody out, right? But then when you really fight a strong test, look what happens. You learn your lesson. You just stop trolling people, bro. Just put in the work first, get some ammunition, and then start shooting. But don't shoot a gun with no ammunition, because then now you're gonna get shot, and that's what happened.
Was he trolling? Like, was this a thing before they signed the bout? Like, or did they offer the bout to you? You accepted it, and then all of a sudden you guys were beefing online. Well, how did that happen?
So let's put it like this. Before I even won my title, he's been calling me a bum. Little Tommy's been calling me a bum, right? He's called Yuli Monster a bum, right? He's called Mike Perry a bum, right? The Marine, you feel me? No respect for a fellow troop, calling him all different types of names and shit, right? He's been calling everybody bum. He's disrespecting me since before I don't even know who this guy is. I'm just like, yo, who's this guy? I'm laughing. I'm just like, yo, hey, you're just making me laugh. Thanks for the laughter. Thanks for the motivation. So now guess what happens? He does that. Okay, cool. I'm motivated now. I'm training even harder. I go out there and beat everyone's ass to win that title. And now guess what? The opportunity arose to come to your town, right? Not your town, your organization, right? And of course, I have different options to see what I want to do in BKFC. But what did I tell Nate Shook and my manager? Get me Little Tommy. I want Little Tommy. He's been calling me a bum. He's been saying this and that. Oh, I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want. You feel me? Yeah, I'm gonna give you what you want. You're gonna get what you want. The first fight in, debut on the biggest card, so everybody could see. That way, it could be replayed millions and millions of times. You feel me? So it's just like, yeah, man. He started something that just can't be stopped. He's just adding more motivation. Now, my fight with Luis Melo. This man was threatening my life, had people in the Brazilian jails inboxing me, telling me that they're going to kill me if I go to Brazil. He had his little teenage son trolling me, trying to talk shit to me. And I laugh. I find that hilarious. That's just more motivation. If you guys watch Dragon Ball Z, when the world is giving Goku all the energy for that spirit bomb, that's how I feel. All the trolling, all the negativity, positivity, all that turns into positive energy, and it comes into these things right here.
The level of confidence on some of these fights, I love it, because obviously you shouldn't be a fighter if you don't have confidence. Like,
true, man.
I love it, man. I feel the energy you have. I'm gonna throw a few of these things. He's busy in the comment section. I'm gonna knock this goofy dude out in the second, unless he's dumb enough to get up. That's what he says. He says, "Who have you fought?" He says, "Who have you fought?" I fought established pros. He hasn't. I'm gonna keep going. Hold on. You fought a 1-1 Ami at 5-0. He says,
5-0.
Yeah. He says, dude's a clown, thinking he's gonna run through BKFC with a jab. And then he called Mike Richmond Mike Bitchman. So you definitely got him right. You got him riled up, and I'm very interested in this fight for sure. And you asked the wrong guy. Promise you, it's not gonna be a good night for you on the 19th. Yeah, bro. So there you go.
You got a beef in front of you, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. It's been beef. It's
not the only beef that you have right now, and I want to ask you about another one. We had Joey Angelo on the show about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago.
About a week ago.
Just about a week ago. It was all good just a week ago.
Yeah.
Joey Angelo, where'd this beef come from? Like, what's the deal between you two?
So he was supposed to be the guy I defended my title against. I try to push to fight another champion and an organization that they were partnered up with, and it was an amazing fight. It was supposed to be like the biggest, champion versus champion. The winner takes all the belts and the Police Gazette belt, right? That it couldn't be, that match couldn't have happened. I'm supposed to fight Joe Angelo. Cool. Now, opportunities arose where I can make, I could support my family. I could do things more for my family. Any fighter would have done what I have done, to help build, themselves up, help, get as much money as possible, help their family, do all of that.
So you're talking about
Now,
leaving and going to
yeah,
BKFC.
leaving
Okay.
as going, to go collect more belts.
Okay.
Now, I let him know this. I'm like, bro, listen, bro. I told him the situation. I was like, yo, tell me if I'm lying. You would have done the same shit. And he said, no, you're right, bro. I have the receipts. I have the DMs. Like he's being all cool and shit. I'm like, bro, like you would have done the same thing, bro. You can't be mad at this shit, Like I'm relinquishing the belt, whatever. You can fight for it if you want. I'll come back and take it from whoever has it. But like I'm trying to, get that money. You feel me? So it's just like, if an opportunity is there to make more money, why not take that? That's what we want. And to not only to take more money, get another belt, keep the ball rolling. But he in the DMs, he's all nice and shit. Oh yeah, bro, I understand. You gotta do what's best for you and your family, this and that. And then he goes on talking shit like I'm scared to fight him and talking wild trash and, crazy shit. And I'm just like, oh, come on, bro. You were just all cool in the DMs and saying you would have done the same thing. And now you wanna try to look cool for the people saying that I'm scared? Come on, bro. It's a weak move, but I just laugh at it. Because at the end of the day, the truth will come out.
I mean, maybe him and David Feldman, squashed their differences. He said that he was getting friendly again with David Feldman. So maybe Joey comes back over to BKFC one day and you guys have that fight.
Hey, like I told him, man, because at first, the only reason why I really didn't want to fight him at first is because, let's be honest, I'm 6-0. Fighting a 2-1 guy for no and another thing is I wasn't going to get the Police Gazette world title if I fought Joey. So it's like, why would I fight him and not get it? I want to collect belts. I'm trying to collect belts. Find me a harder fight than Joey. Find me somebody who has the record. Find me somebody who's a champion already. So we can keep this, keep this thing. I want the hardest. I'm a champion already. I want the hardest challenges. Don't give me some 2-1 guy who hasn't fought in over a year and a half. What is that going to do for me? I beat him, right? What is everybody going to say? Oh, you beat a 2-1 guy who hasn't fought in over a year and a half. So I'm just like, oh, okay. It's a lose-lose situation for me. I don't win shit from it. And I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I accepted it after, but it's just opportunity arose. And then now I have to go beat somebody's ass that's been building this up. You feel me?
I'm going to tell you, excuses people will make up for anything. I mean, you can literally watch the best athletes in any sport, and when they win, there is always somebody making up something that I never even could. I could sit here for an hour and try to think of what excuses they're going to make. And then the next day I can get online and read that shit. And it's going to be some off the wall bullshit that you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe they pulled that shit out. You know what I mean? But someone's going to come up with something no matter what. So, just got to do you.
Exactly.
I will tell you
Use it
this.
as motivation.
I will tell you this, Jomi. You're getting paid more, but you are fighting a 2-1 fighter. Just so you know. Zion's
No, of course. But I'm not fighting for a title. Right. I'm not fighting for a title. I'm building my way up. I'm at the bottom of the ladder now. I'm in a new organization. So it's different. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a whole completely different story now. I'm not defending a belt. So I can't fight the best guys yet, because everybody's saying, I'm still a little piece of shit.
Were you offended at all by the fact that like you were coming over 6-0, relinquishing a title, and they weren't considering putting you in there for a title shot or one fight away from a title? Like, because honestly, I would think that would be your mindset. Like, bro, I'm 6-0. I beat everybody they put in front of me. I held the belt from the organization that is your number one competitor. Let me fucking fight a number one contenders fight and then get a title shot. Were you asking for something like that, or were they not trying to play that game?
No, I mean they laid it out perfect for me. They told me I control my own destiny. I gotta come out, show out, and destroy, and put on a amazing show and put on a statement that I'm in title contention, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I love when I'm giving the opportunity to control my own destiny, because I will control my own destiny.
Big Ben, hold on. So Big Ben in the comments says no because you're 0-0 in BKFC. I understand he's 0-0 in BKFC, but if Fedor Emelianenko back in the day when he was in his prime came over to the UFC 0-0 in the UFC, he would immediately be fighting Randy Couture for the fucking title, and everybody knows that. It doesn't matter what his record is in that organization. If he is undefeated in another major organization somewhere else in the world, and Fedor came over to the UFC, he would have been getting a title shot. That's all I'm saying. I didn't say you should be a title shot. I said he should probably be fighting like a number one contender type fight. Champion from BYB, 6-0, one step away from actually taking getting a title shot in this one. But that's why I asked that question. I don't know if you felt offended at all or like
oh no. I use that as motivation. I love it when people downplay me, when people talk shit to me, when people like they try to disrespect me. You know what I do? I laugh. This shit is funny to me. I'm the type of person that you can never get into my mind. You can't. You just can't. You can't get into my mind. Like I'm at this point where in my career I fixed my composure. I fixed everything that I need to fix to stay calm, collective, and just laugh and go in there and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Now, Big Ben, let's talk like oh no, big. Okay, my boy Michael Chandler, teammate, amazing fighter, right? His success in Bellator, right? He comes into the UFC, he wins, devastating, he puts on a statement, and he's fighting for the belt because he's proven himself in another organization. Doesn't matter, it's another organization. Now, bare knuckle boxing, it's a young sport, right? Who's the only person that's won a tournament belt, like a belt fighting through a tournament in BKFC? Arnold Adams, the only person. He deserves all the respect and everything. You feel me? Out of all the champions, he's the one that's fought his way through. And my boy Lorenzo too, because Lorenzo, he had to do a bunch of shit and not crazy just to get his title shot because of all the politics and shit in the weight class. You feel me? So it's just like, what the fuck?
He worked his ass off to get there for sure, man.
Yeah, he did the same shit that I'm doing now. Like we have to fuck people up to prove, because we don't have none of that outside success. So we're just in there putting our work in bare knuckle and showing that that we fucking run shit in bare knuckle. All these other guys are coming in trying to ride that train of MMA success and all this other shit. Nah, bro. I've been in bare knuckle destroying shit.
Yeah, Big Ben, that is true. Big Ben is one of the most loyal viewers of this show for sure, and he says you guys called it the lower company for sure. I mean yourself, and I referred to it as the Bellator compared to the UFC, and the reason why I said that is because when BYB fighters come over to BKFC, they don't get title shots. When BKFC fighters go over to BYB, they get title shots. That's all I'm saying. It's like. That's it, man. And I'm not fired up. I'm not fired up, Brad. I'm always like this.
Yeah, of course. But
Big Ben just wants to let you know he's not disrespecting you.
Yeah. No, of course. I know that, Big Ben. I was just, giving a prime example of the situation that you put up. And that's a prime example. Now, Strikeforce had old champs in the UFC, going straight to the top and shit like that. But I mean, I'm willing to come in and prove myself to get what I need to get, to get what I want. And I'm going to do that. There's no problem. They gave me David Feldman and Nate Shook, they told me, listen, man, you control your own destiny. That's what I want. That's what I love. These are going to control what's going to happen.
Dude, Jomi, bringing up Strike Force was fucking beautiful because I used to love Strike Force, and Strike Force was always looked at as the lower organization. But think about that. DC, Robbie Lawler, Tyron Woodley, Jacare,
Luke Rockhold,
Gegard Mousasi, Luke Rockhold.
Yeah.
Man,
Nick Diaz.
A lot of
Nick Diaz. Yeah. Oh my God. Josh Thompson.
Ronda Rousey?
Ronda Rousey. The people
Misha
that came
Tate.
out of that organization are goddamn legends, man. I'm telling you, that was a great analogy right there. So, man, you're always a fun guest, my friend. We're gonna do a speed round with you because we got some fun questions for you, and we are super pumped up to see you when we get down there. You and Zion are both great people, great interviews all the time, and you guys are going to put on a great show. Let's ask him a few questions, starting with number one. Jomi, who's the greatest TV dad of all time?
Oh, greatest TV dad. Oh, let me see. Oh, man. I'm trying to go through all the TV dads right now. Oh.
Who comes to mind when you think TV dad? Don't say Bill Cosby.
I would say, I don't know. I would say Dana White.
Dana White.
David Feldman.
David Feldman and Dana White. All right.
I would say Al Bundy.
That's what I would say too.
Al Bundy's a pretty good one.
Or Danny Tanner.
From Everybody Hates Chris, his dad also, he's very, very tight with his pockets.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Peter Griffin as well. So,
Peter Griffin, yeah. Oh no, I gotta go. The greatest dad, Piccolo.
Who's Piccolo?
From Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. This guy.
The one who basically raised Gohan.
There you go. Number two.
Would you rather be covered in scales or fur?
Okay, just a little bit more details. Are the scales like fish scales, or is it like fish? Fur. Because I don't know, fish scales. I don't know. That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, Zion, I apologize. I don't know Dragon Ball Z. I apologize to you. I apologize to Jomi. I apologize to everybody.
He has a bonding moment.
I should be fucking ashamed of myself. I know.
It's a bonding moment for you guys.
Oh my God. After you guys kill each other down there, you guys can go out and have a drink and talk it over.
That's right.
Number three, would you rather be able to breathe underwater or fly?
Oh, fly for sure. Woo, you know how many plane tickets I'm gonna save? What? Come on, bro. Hey, baby, we're going to Cancun.
Yeah, I actually said that today. I said I'd sling load my luggage like a damn CH-47 and I'd just fly anywhere the fuck I want on vacation. It's the best shit ever.
Bro. You go anywhere you want.
Yeah, scaly boy. All right, and number four.
What is your Mount Rushmore of cartoons?
I would say the whole Dragon Ball saga, from Dragon Ball when Goku was a kid up until Dragon Ball Super where it's at now, and Rick and Morty. Those are the two greatest cartoons for me. You can't go bad with none of those. Because you get there's tons of lessons to be learned from both sides, martial arts and Dragon Ball Z, and then just straight out life lessons and funny shit in Rick and Morty.
And Plumbuses.
Give us two more. And Plumbus. Everybody has a Plumbus.
Everybody has a Plumbus in their house.
Right, everybody knows that.
In the Schleem. All right, and the last one, number five. Who's winning the Super Bowl this weekend, the Rams or the Bengals?
Okay, so I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, so fuck the Bengals. I want the Rams to win.
There you go. Shit. All right, man. So that is it with you. Go ahead, shout some people out, give us a prediction in the fight, and then we will let you get on your way. And make sure you're following him. All his socials are at the bottom of the screen there.
First of all, Baruch Hashem Yahuwah, creator of all things, gets the first shout out. It's the one that keeps me healthy, keeps me prepared for all the fights. Shout out to my team, Team KO committee, my management team, my main training team. They get me ready for everything. Gang all day. You see them in my corner all day. Also, shout out to Sanford MMA. These guys are a bunch of killers. Everybody knows this is one of the best camps in the world. These guys go in there. I'm always in more danger than any of my bare knuckle fights on those sparring mats. Guaranteed. Always way more danger.
Who just joined Sanford MMA? Somebody big name. That was like news. Somebody. Who am I thinking of? Did somebody? A UFC fighter.
I mean, there's so many.
I know there's a lot, but
Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee. That's it.
I remember seeing him on the mat.
Yeah, Kevin Lee. Huge. They announced that like a week ago.
Yeah, man, it's huge, man. Because like, I mean, there's just so many different styles on there that you'll be ready for anything. No matter what, you're going to be ready. And it's just like the level of talent that's on those mats. Man, it's gonna be hard to find that in BKFC, to be honest, man, because like, yo, it's a lot of killers, man, like assassins, bro, like.
Absolutely.
And then also, man, I have to always give my wifey the shout out. She's my nutritionist, aka my manager. She gets me ready, keeps me on point, keeps my mind intact, away from everything, keeps me relaxed. She gets all the credit for everything. She keeps my stylist. She's my stylist too. She keeps me styling on point, making sure my braids are right and crispy and clean. So she's one of the main pillars in this in this structure. And just shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys for giving me this platform. Shout out to David Feldman, for coming signing me as his personal special hitman, because there's a lot of guys complaining and stuff, a lot of guys talking shit, and he was like, yo, I need you to to come in and start killing motherfuckers. So I was like, hey, bet, I got you, bro.
There you go. So I don't know who Bernie is, but before I let you go, some guy named I don't know who that is. Do we know who that is?
I have
After
no
the
idea.
fight, you guys can share a beer with Zion and eat each other's ass.
Come on, man.
Fuck.
Why you gotta do that?
Bernie, you sick son of a bitch. All right, Jomi, man.
Sick. That's Bernie Barmasol,
right,
I
man.
think. The guy,
appreciate
the HR
everything, man.
Was it?
Oh, by the way.
What's up, man?
Fuck Lil Tommy and Didi, aka Delusional Daddy. Y'all gonna get that work.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for coming on. I can't wait to see you down there, and we can't wait to see this fight. In the words of Joe Ivy in the comment section, make this a banger, boys. Let's do it. We'll see you down there, Jomi. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Hey, I can't wait to see y'all boys and laugh about the result.
All right, brother.
Sir.
See you later.
Later.
All right. That is Jomi Escoboza, another character, man. I love this show. I love doing this shit, dude.
It's so
the characters we get coming through here are fucking awesome. They all got great attitudes. It's Bob Ross. Who the fuck?
Well, that's the pitcher, Kyle. So for those watching at home, they don't know that Kyle is like 80% blind.
Yo, I cannot.
I'm not a
see
doctor.
this
I made that up, but he is
profile
blind.
pic. If I put
his profile
this up there,
pic is Bob Ross.
Okay.
See, I told you he's blind.
Whatever.
He can't see that shit.
Thank you, Bernie. We love you too. We have speaking of great characters in a lineup of great characters that we get on this show. We got a guy whose nickname is the Wildman. This has got to be another one, man. We met him down in Biloxi, Mississippi. He was itching to fucking fight when we saw him down there. He finally got himself one in Wichita, Kansas, and he showed exactly why he wanted to get in there so bad with a first-round TKO. Here he is, Chevy, Wildman Bridges. What's happening?
What's going on, guys? Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. Hey, what part of the country are you in? You're an hour behind us. Where you at?
Oh, part of the country. I am in Durant, Oklahoma.
Durant, Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah, I call it the bottom of the pan. It looks like a little skillet where the grease bubbles.
Oh. Oh, man. So how are you, man? The last time we saw you, we were down in Biloxi. We were having a good time. That was an awesome event. And you since have fought. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. I got to get in there and get my little taste of it, and now I'm getting another chance of it. I fell in love, and it's consumed my whole world. And ever since, it's been better. I mean, bare knuckle in general, but BKFC mainly has changed my life exponentially for the better. So I mean, life's great, loving it.
Outstanding, man. And you were running around there with the great man himself, Kevin Smith. Chevy, about to spoil someone's dreams, killer. Yeah,
right.
yeah. I'll tell you right now, I love that guy, and like he was giving you shit all night. We're not going to talk too much about it, but you kept saying, "I'm ready, I'm ready," and he was like, "Are you ready though? Are you ready though, Chevy?" Fucking, I'm like, oh my god, this dude, he's riding him hard.
I think he told Kyle to fight
you.
Kyle, fight him.
Yeah, it was
I'm
a
not
great
gonna fight him. I'm
great
just,
night.
I'm just hanging out.
Kevin's a smart man, so he doesn't want to waste his time on somebody who says they're ready. So it was in his own way. He was trying to see how much I could take to see how durable I really am. And Kevin's become more than my manager. He's become family. So
Smith boot camp.
I'm telling you, he's got we got all the Smith brothers fighters in here right now. We got Cito, we got Rhino Riley in here. I don't know if Bernie's your boy too, but
he's there. Thanks, Bern.
Bernie. He told somebody he told the last guy to eat the other dude's ass a few minutes ago. Bernie seems like a fun dude.
No, see, I'm mainly vegan, so ass is like an animal byproduct. So I don't.
I see. Yeah,
no
sense.
ass for the wild man. I mean,
no, not for me.
Eating ass at least.
Too much carbs.
No.
So did you since you fought and you took no damage in your last fight, you looked phenomenal in that fight. And by the way, so did Mark the Shark Irwin on that same card. You guys, both Smith brothers guys, showed out that night. Were you asking, like, have you been itching to get back in there ever since that night? And
absolutely, yeah. I immediately went to the back and I told Nate, I said, I told you this is what would happen if you gave me the chance, and this little bitty scratch above my eye will be ready to go for Miami. And I tried to get on that Miami card, but it didn't work out that way.
Yeah. Well,
look at you now.
Well, look at you now, dude.
Even better.
Yeah. I'm a company guy, so whenever they want me to fight as many times, I don't care. I'll heal. It's whatever. I'm just getting ready to go.
This is the card to be on.
Absolutely.
Too.
And you guys were talking with Famez about manifestation. That's funny. My coach, who was also my cousin, we when we first went to the first tryouts in Omaha, we told ourselves that we were going to get on BKFC and get a fight. And then it happened and we won. And then we told ourselves that we were going to be on the next KnuckleMania card. Like that was a goal we set up for ourselves. And look, here we are. So now of course, the next thing I'm manifesting is getting through Edgard to take my next step in my career and take this up to the top and grow with the company.
Now your opponent at KnuckleMania 2, he's a 4-0 MMA fighter. Does he have any bare knuckle experience, or this is his?
Not to my knowledge. I haven't looked too much into him. I know he is an undefeated MMA fighter, and I don't really know a whole lot about him. I know he's a jiu-jitsu black belt, so that's awesome.
That will tell you that he's got cardio and that he's got a good grip on him. That's about
on the ground. I'm a wrestler, so I've got good cardio and grip on my feet as well. So at the end of the day, I'm not a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm not some NCAA Division I wrestler. I'm a fighter, and I'm coming to fight. So cardio, no cardio, not enough skills. I don't care. He better have the heart and he better have the chin to go into deep waters that I'm willing to go to, and he's going to have to kill me. So
there's your guy right there. The target is there. You said life has been good. BKFC has changed everything for you. Like, how has your life changed since you got that victory? And what's different about your life?
Just the doors that they've opened. Since I've got with, I went to the tryouts and, I met with Dakota Cochran, who was a really cool guy, and showing him what I've worked my ass off to get to, it opened that door for him to introduce me to Kevin. And as soon as I met Kevin and talked to him on the phone, boom, I was a part of Smith Brothers. He heard it in my voice, I guess, and brought me on and invited me out to Biloxi, where I met you guys. And as soon as I got out there, I met people in person, and people saw my energy and my heart that I wanted to fight. And I got that opportunity. And then I got the opportunity to go to Miami to watch one of the biggest cards of that year, to watch Lorenzo fight Hector for the belt. Great things have been happening. I got to go to Jackson to watch those. I've traveled more since I've went to those tryouts in this last 3/4 of a year than I had my entire life. And it's been awesome. I mean, I've got to see different parts of the world, meet awesome people. I mean, I've got UFC legends and big name fighters that are in my phone now that it just blows my little town mind that BKFC has provided that for me. So, and all I have to do is show up and fight my ass off. Easy.
Isn't it weird to like look in your phone and see some of the names you got? Like, honestly, since we've been doing this show the same way, I've been developing relationships with fighters and whatnot. And like, you know, I got Chris Lieben's number in my phone and Johnny Bedford, and I'm like, Louis Palomino's in there. It's just like,
it's odd.
How the fuck did this happen, dude? What's going on here?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, when I met you guys, I also met Chris Lytle, and that's a dude who I was too young to fight, but I was training, getting ready, and would rush home from the gym or from work, wherever I was, to watch the UFC event that he was on. And now he's in my phone number, and he tells me he can't wait till I fight. And he comes up to me and says hi. Like, it's just totally mind blowing. I mean, I have conversations with Melvin Gillard, and it's nuts.
He called your fight. He called your fight, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
it's
awesome.
funny you say that, Mike, right? So we went down to Birmingham and like we ran into Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
At the bar, right? So Kevin says, I got to talk to you two. Grab some drinks and go sit over there at the table with me and Chris. I need to talk. We need to talk. So we're like, yeah, okay. So he goes and sits down, and we order our drinks, and we turn around. We're waiting for our drinks, and we turn around, and he's sitting with Chris Lytle. And just like you just said, me and Mike like look at each other. We're like, yeah, we're about to go sit down and have beers with fucking Chris Lytle. This is wild. What the fuck is going on?
It was just a surreal moment.
Yeah, it was a surreal moment because that was like, I never in a million years thought that I would be sitting down. Like we watched him fucking 15 times in the UFC fight everybody, and now we're having beers, and we sat there for like 2 hours with those two. And like you said, they're all great people. You could probably attest to this. When you went down to Biloxi, you had already met Kevin, and you'd met a few people, but when you got around the actual like
community,
what is that noise?
The BKFC community.
Yeah, the BKFC community. Something's going bonkers
crazy over your side.
Yeah. Go ahead, keep talking.
So I feel like what Kyle was gonna say is when you got to meet the BKFC community, did you think like it would be such like a tight knit and cool group of people? Like, I don't think I've met anybody who, even the people, and I said this last week, that other people would presume was an asshole. They're all nice. It's crazy.
I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, now that I can comfortably say I'm a part of BKFC and I know these guys, it's not as big essay in my head anymore. It's a part of everyday life. But at the time it was, what's this really going to be like? Am I going to just be there among the crowd and be passed by like normal everyday people? And I'm just there. I got invited to see what it's about. And it wasn't anything like that. It was totally mind blowing to see how much time these big name people in my world and in my eyes actually made time for me to sit there and introduce themselves, talk to me, and ask a few questions, and seem like they were genuinely excited and interested to see me perform and see me again. And it felt really cool coming from the town that I come in and the past that I come from of not being that important. It was just really awesome to see people of that stature were that genuine.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the fuck was just going on. Everything was like flickering. It could have something with like spilling a drink on my computer like 2 months.
No. That's poltergeists.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm out.
That's what it is. I'm telling you.
I don't fuck with ghosts. I'll fight anything but something paranormal.
No ghosts and no spiders.
Ghosts.
I had a friend that was like, he's a guy that you would not, he's like a man's man, but if he saw a spider, he'd be screaming and jumping up like you would picture like a female in a movie when they see a mouse and they jump on the table or some shit. That's him with a spider.
I'll swing once and then I'm calling Chris Lytle.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I had Monday. We have Monday off, every other Monday off from work. So I'm sitting at home and I'm like doing all the like good housewife shit like laundry and whatnot. And I'm like, I need to watch something. I watched the Amityville Horror for the first time in like years. And that's what I enjoyed the other day. So you're not into that kind of shit, huh?
No
No.
horror.
I've got one ghost that I've met in my life that I can live with, and he's in my house. I call him Benny, and all he does is run back and forth in the attic and move some shit.
Get the fuck out of here. What?
But it's only when I'm not here or I'm asleep. He don't fuck with me, and he don't fuck around when I'm awake or conscious. So I'm cool with him.
I'd burn my house right down. I ain't into none of that.
If he gets crazy or violent, yeah, I'm out.
Nah, man, that's some fucked up shit. Cito says Chevy opponent don't want that smoke. He don't want that smoke. So now Plazaola.
I love it. His name
Edgard.
is
Edgard. Okay, we'll go with that. Edgard.
I say Plazaola.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I mean, I know I'm going to have to fight him and probably knock him out,
Plazaola.
but I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't know how to say his last name, so I'm not even going to try to butcher that. I'm going to go ahead and just butcher him. I don't care about his name.
There you go. Susan Walker says her next door neighbor looks exactly like the Amityville Horror House. Well, that's nice.
It would not be the neighbor any longer.
So the question here, I got a couple questions about you. What color will your hair be the night of the fight?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
It's a secret. Okay.
It's a secret.
The name Chevy, where did this come from? Were you named after the vehicle or Chevy Chase?
Well, funny story. I've got a few good options because I really don't know. I come from a family of drug addiction. Awesomely. Yeah.
Oh.
And one lady who has a kid that's a year younger than me told me they were in the room together, and her last name was Ford, so she wanted to name me Chevy, but doesn't add up because I'm older. And then a story that I was supposed to be a girl and I came out a boy, and my name was going to be Cheyenne, and they changed it on the fly to Chevy. And another one was that my mom was about to go into labor in the back of a Chevy. So they just were high and was like, fuck it, that's his name. So I really don't know, to be honest with you.
I have like a high parents, like a name story. So my name is Michael Kevin, and my brother's name is Kevin Michael.
Oh,
and
man.
no, we're not twins. We're not even close to the same age.
Shit.
He's 5 years younger than me. And we're both in the military, which we didn't know that was going to happen. Right now we're both staff sergeants. We're both 94 Echoes, which we both have the same OS, basically, MOS. And now every single thing that happens with us gets confused. So people go to send an email, they send it to him instead of me, or they give me his awards and I have to write a memo to get them taken off. And like all sorts of crazy shit happens. I get a folder with all his paperwork, Social Security, and all this shit happens all the time. And people say, oh, why did your parents name you that? You guys aren't even close together. And I was like, because my dad, he was probably high. He probably smelled. He's like, oh, this would be so cool. Kevin, Michael, Kevin. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, let's just do it. I can just imagine him saying that.
Maybe he got too stoned and for a second forgot what your name was and was like, I've always wanted to name my son this.
Yeah.
And just swapped it.
Hey, you know, it'd be really cool, buddy.
Yep. And by then it was too late. They were like, fuck it. Committed.
Yep.
Yeah. Ruined
Chevy, their whole lives.
I'm currently Mike's company's first sergeant, right? So I have to call off lists and rosters out in front of the whole formation at times, and I'll be naming off names, and I'll get down to the Hunnell boys, and I don't even say their last names. I will just say, or I'll say their first. I'll be like, Kevin Michael Hunnell, Michael Kevin Hunnell.
Everybody knows better.
Well, yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Everybody gets a kick out of it too, man.
Oh, that's awesome. First to last is 100 push-ups.
Yeah, it's fucking great. You gotta love them, Kevin Michaels. Let's do a wild man speed round with this guy. You're a fun dude. You got some fucking fun times, and your name's the Wild Man, so you gotta have.
We're just getting started. Oh, I've got a dog. I've got a hamster. He's actually behind the camera, and he's I would show you, but he's fucking mean, and I don't fuck with him. And then got a guinea pig. He likes to squeak. He's pretty cool. And then we have a dragon from South Africa. So
That's cool.
yeah,
You
I mean,
know,
he's
my-
like this little. He's not very big yet, but he's working on it. He's
He'll get
getting
big
his
though,
push-ups in.
Dude, my buddy Joel got a African gray tail parrot. Do you guys
African
ever?
gray, yeah.
Yeah, they're like they have almost the vocabulary of a human being.
They
And,
can say a lot.
So his mom owns a flower shop, right? So they went on vacation, and we had like a 2-week bender at Joel's house, and the entire week we were teaching the bird how to swear. We're like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, go fuck yourself, piece of shit, piece of shit." So we're doing that constantly to the thing. They were no longer able to bring the bird to the fucking shop anymore because they used to bring the bird in, put it in the cage, and it would be like, hello, how are you, to the customers, and it started going, fuck you, go fuck it.
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that. A buddy of my dad's had an African gray for sale not too long ago that I really thought about getting. So we almost had the same type of bird there.
Oh man, that's
African grays
expensive.
are awesome. A friend of mine found one in their backyard.
No way.
Swear to God, right? They were on the news because of this. Okay. They found a fucking African gray in their backyard. It was like hopping because its wing was clipped, you know?
It's like a $5,000 bird.
Yes. So they found it and they called up and no one could find. So they said, oh, well, we'll just tell the news and they'll put it out. So the news, like Channel 10 came and was like, oh, they found this African gray. Nobody claimed the fucking bird. So they kept it.
No
and
way.
like Kyle said, we would sit there and just try to teach it swears and we would go, fuck you. And the bird would put up its claw and say, fuck you. Swear to
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Dude, it's the craziest shit ever. You can ask Kevin Michael.
You know what ask Kevin Michael. You know what those birds can do? So like when his parents were away, we're sitting on the couch and it can mimic people's voices and it can also mimic sounds.
Yeah.
So we'd be sitting there and you'd hear like, oh, it was like the phone would go.
Yeah.
And like we'd get up to go answer that. It was a house phone back in the day, by the way. We'd go pick up the phone and the bird would just be like sitting there fucking going like this. And then we'd be sitting there and it would go, and Joel's dad's name's Bob. It would go, Joel, you up?
Yeah. With the exact tone.
Yeah. Joel, you up?
Exact tone.
Like he's yelling upstairs to his son. It's
Oh, wow.
nuts. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah,
right.
if I had that bird, I would teach it to cuss too.
Oh, yeah. How could you not? I mean, geez.
Number one question for you. Who's your favorite boxer of all time?
Vasily Lomachenko.
Ooh, very
Nice.
nice. Modern guy. He is also a very fucking badass motherfucker too. Number two.
You are the wild man. What's the scariest thing you've ever done?
Boy, going to a haunted house or a haunted corpsmate because I don't fuck with clowns. So
Oh,
Kyle's
I
got
got,
some clowns
I
for
got
you.
clowns tattooed on me because
nah, bro.
I'll have to show you when we go to Florida. We'll be there. He'll show
Yeah.
you them clowns.
All right.
After the fight, I don't need no spooks before.
His wife hates clowns too, so he gets clown tattoos and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
you never get laid.
No, so
And if you do, you got to keep your clothes on.
I got Pennywise here, and I told Amy I'm going to get Pennywise tattooed on my shoulder. She was like, "This is before we got married." She was like, "You go get Pennywise tattooed on your shoulder, and we can't be together no more. There's no way I
I
can
see a lot of porn or dry humping in your future, my friend.
No. I got it, and she married me. So love
Oh.
prevails, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Love
What a
over
dream.
fear. Isn't
What
what
a
a
story.
dream boat?
It's like a Disney story.
All right, number three. What would the wild man do if you were invisible for a day?
Nothing, because you wouldn't be able to see me.
You'd be moving in silence. That's all.
I'd probably rob a bunch of banks, to be honest with you. Fuck it.
There you go. Rig the
That money.
lottery. Walk in there. Rig the lottery.
Maybe go to a couple locker rooms.
I mean, that's got to be the go-to answer, right?
Yeah. Fuck it. Why not? We're
Yes.
invisible.
You got to see
If
things.
nobody
that-
saw it, it didn't happen.
There you go. Number
Yeah.
4.
What's a reality show that you'd like to be on?
Boy, a good reality show.
Naked
Man,
and
I don't
afraid.
know. I'd have to say, for my coach's sake, if they brought it back, Friends, I think would be a good one.
Friends? Was that a
Yeah.
reality show?
Well, we're saying like a reality show, like
Reality-
like the
oh,
real
okay.
world, like or like Naked and
like-
Afraid.
or
Oh, my
Naked
bad. I
and
was confused with a sitcom. My bad.
Yeah, Naked and Afraid, Amazing Race, Survivor.
Well, funny you say that. I was actually on the Shipping Wars reality show for an episode. So,
You were?
Yeah, I got tased. Good times. Yeah.
Wait a second. Tell us about this.
It's called Shipping Wars.
Shipping Wars.
I worked for a security company in Albuquerque, and they got contracted to do like a private security military convoy shipment for Roy, the old guy who passed away. And so what we were doing is the scene was we rolled up to the gas station for them to refill up, and I pull up in a vehicle and show up in a hoodie, and they don't know if I'm a fan or somebody trying to take the package. So the owner of the security company ran up behind me and shot me in the back with a taser for like drama for the episodes. So pretty cool.
So it was a reality show, but that was a setup.
It was the whole thing was a setup. They really tried to do the military thing, but the military shipment wouldn't allow them to do that kind of shipment for the show because it was so confidential. So they did a reenactment of it and hired us and gave us like tactical vests and ARs with blanks in them and everything. But the taser part was real.
Did you know you were going to get tased, or did they just surprise you with that?
No, I did. They asked if anybody was willing to get tased on camera, and I jumped on the opportunity. It was
that's fantastic.
more camera time. So
Hell
did you get a little extra coin in your paycheck? Or?
I got $100 and I got taser certified for my job. So I didn't have to pay for that. So that was cool.
Nice.
Oh, that's fucking fantastic. Last question for you, Mr. Chevy. Who you got winning the Super Bowl this weekend? The Rams or the Bengals? We're asking everybody.
It's my son's birthday, so I'm not even going to watch it. My team fucked up, so I really don't even care. So I'm just going to flip a coin and say the Rams.
Oh,
Yeah, the Rams.
the Bengals have never won, so that's go for the Bengals.
There you go, buddy. Hey, so why don't you take a second, shout some people out. We'll throw your sponsors up here on the board, and you can roll up out of here. And if you want to give us a prediction, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to give a shout out to, of course, Smith Brothers Management. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. And that's, Kevin and all the people that he works with. They really make you feel like family. I'd like to give a shout out to CBD Health Solutions and Space Weights. They're out in California, and they've been having my back and helping me to get the right kind of treatment and making sure I'm doing what I need to do for training and keeping up with me. Monarch Productions, they've done a great job of filming me while I'm working out, taking great pictures. And so, I mean, there's a lot of few people. I've got some few other people that I'm working with that Kevin's working on with me. So I'm waiting to hear back on some of that stuff. And, the people that support me, my coach and my cousin, and the people I have with me now in my life that are supporting me, and I give a shout out to everybody. So the journey is just beginning.
Dude, we're excited for you. Like we said, we met you down in Biloxi. You're an awesome guy. Kevin Smith just a little while ago he said a nice thing about you in there. One of the most respectful, polite, intelligent guys around. It's those are some kind words from your manager there. Kevin's an awesome guy. And
until I toe that line.
Until you toe that line, and then the Wildman comes out. We're excited to see you fight KnuckleMania 2. I'll throw the graphic back up there on the board. There it is. Bridges versus
Plazaola.
Plazaola. There it is, man. February 19th. Tune in. If you don't have the app, get it. Watch this man in action because he's an excited fighter and he's got a really bright future in front of him.
Win or lose, I guarantee violence, and I'll do my best to make sure there's blood. I couldn't get that last time, but there will be some violence, whether it's my ass getting whipped or his getting whipped. Somebody's getting whooped, though. So,
it's an awesome attitude, and you're an exciting fighter, and we can't wait to see you down there. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yep. Thank you to Kevin for getting you on here. We asked him last night, late at night, and he was nice enough to get you on here. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week.
Yep. I'll see you guys there.
All right, brother. See you
Later.
Later. All right. That's the Wildman, dude. When that something started happening in my headphones, And
Yeah.
it kept going like over and over and over and over. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? It was
Aliens.
like I like leaned on a button or something, but nothing was on. I don't know what the fuck happened. But look at
Yeah, Paula, when he's I try not to
Paulo
laugh at that
Lasagna.
one.
Paulo Lasagna. I just texted HD Davis. I don't know where he's at.
Hey,
I sent,
HD.
oh, I forgot this.
HD Davis. Man,
He just messaged me. He said he'll be on in a second. So, dude, awesome.
what a prospect there. I mean, that guy.
I'll tell you right now, this kid is like put together like a brick shit house. He is a big 145 pounder, right? He's a 145 pounder, I believe.
Yeah.
That's what oh my god, he's a fucking humongous dude. Very talented. He stays busy. He's one of Ryan Perez's like, prized possessions right now. When he's not bare knuckle fighting, he's putting the gloves on and he's taking boxing matches in between. Very, very bright future for that kid as well. Man, Famez, Jomi, Chevy, these guys all have a level of confidence in them, and you love to see that shit, man. And a level of charisma too, because it's hard to get guys on here and have a conversation if they don't want to engage in conversation. And I love that about these guys. These guys are fucking awesome. Thank you for being how you are, you motherfucker.
I feel like you have to. You just have to. If you are not confident, and listen, this is a thing that Dana White always says, like, if you're not all the way in, like I was saying earlier with Brady, he said he's not 100% in, then he's out, because you got to be 100%. You can't be fighting and not be. Now, obviously, we know injuries and shit like that. I'm talking about mindset. Like, if you're not fucking in it to win it, then you need to get the fuck out of it, because like you're gonna go in there and doubting yourself. Why? What's the point of that shit? But let's see. Bernie's on a roll tonight. I just saw this shit. Made me laugh pretty. I probably would have laughed a little harder if I wasn't on the show. But 720p Davis is coming on. Instead of HD, you got 720p. I like that. That was a good one. But yeah, man, this guy, HD Davis, he's at Slaughterhouse. He's training with the big boys. And Ryan Perez, as I've heard, is like a mastermind for bare knuckle fighting. The guy trains his fighters for bare knuckle fighting. There needs to be more gyms that train just in bare knuckle fighting, because if you go to a boxing gym, sure, you can learn some fundamentals, you learn some good stuff, this and that. You go to an MMA gym, they're going to mix it up, this and that. But the thing is that bare knuckle is its own sport. It has its own techniques, and we are watching history right now as we go through the first so many bare knuckle events. It's all new. It's all still young. People who are seeing now, like the Hunts and the Burritos and the Bedfords and the Adams and all these guys, we are witnessing history, because when people look back, they're going to say, oh, this is what Kid Gaddy did. This is what Faria, Beltran, whoever did. They're going to be looked at for creating things that people use in the future, techniques that worked,
Yeah. Ryan Perez has a real good thing going over at his gym, man. He is like ultra focused on, like molding guys for this new sport. You know what I mean? Like strictly for this new sport. And I think there needs to be a lot more gyms like that, to be honest with you. With the growth of this sport, there has to be focus on it. It's time to put the MMA aside.
We open up a gym, bare knuckle training. Obviously, we're not going to fucking punch each other in the face with bare knuckles during sparring, but there's techniques, like I was just saying. I mean, it's different. It is fucking different. I hate fucking getting on some of these sites and you talk to people and they're like, it's the same thing. It's like, it's not the same thing. You need to pay attention, because it's not the same thing.
It's absolutely not the same thing. And I really wish that like, the MMA fightings of the world and the MMA junkies of the world, those websites would bring in somebody like ourselves or the, some of the Knuckle Media guys, and, OG Shawnee Mac. There's guys out here that know the sport and follow the sport and do a lot to cover the sport, and we would love to get on board. You know what I'm saying? It would be fucking phenomenal to get in there and do that thing. Howard is, coming up in a minute here. I don't know if you guys been noticing. I'm getting busy over here doing some things, but
yeah. So who do you have in the Super Bowl, Kyle?
Well, I can tell you who I want to win the Super Bowl, but I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. I think they are the superior. No, I think they are the superior team in both sides of the ball. They, Matt Stafford and Joe Burrow are kind of a wash, but I think Stafford just has better weapons all around. Especially with Cam Akers back. Cam Akers is a beast. The fact that kid came back from a torn Achilles 6 months ago. Think about that shit, dude. Back in the day, a torn Achilles, you were fucking done forever. You're done forever. Sterling Sharp from the Green Bay Packers back in the day. He was my favorite wide receiver back in the day. I was always a Patriots fan, but I had like certain guys, I was a Deion Sanders. I was a Barry Sanders fan. I was a Michael Irvin fan. I was a fucking huge Sterling Sharp fan, and he popped his Achilles tendon, and that ended his career. Dominique Wilkins in basketball tore his Achilles tendon. He was never the same after that. He was still a good ball player, but he was never the human highlight reel Dominique Wilkins. This kid Cam Akers ripped his fucking Achilles tendon 6 months ago, and he's in the Super Bowl this weekend, man. But they got him and Sony Michel. They got freaking the best wide receiver in the world, Cooper Kupp. They got Odell Beckham Jr., Tyler Higbee. They got a stout defense. Honestly, I want the Bengals to win because I'm an AFC guy. The Bengals have sucked forever. They were stuck with Marvin Lewis for 20 years, and Marvin Lewis got them just this close to being a good football team, but they were never good enough to fucking actually do anything. You know what I mean? It would be cool. It would be cool to see the Bengals win. Right?
It would definitely be cool because they never have ever.
Anybody impressed with the fact that I know all them players right off the top of my head like that? By the way, that was just me in my brain, and that's what playing fantasy football will do to you. You can name the third string fucking guy on every single team. I can tell you, Darrell Henderson is the third string running back on the Rams right now. Why do I know that? Because I'm a degenerate asshole who plays fucking fantasy sports.
So what's the deal here? Are we still doing this HD Davis interview, or are we calling it a night?
We would like to. I'm going to give him another minute here. Let's talk about this weekend's UFC real quick while we're at it. UFC 271 is this weekend, and you got Israel Adesanya fighting Robert Whittaker. You got Jared Cannonier versus Blonde Bronson. You got fucking Derek Lewis against Tai Tuivasa. It's a pretty good card this weekend. I don't have the card in front of me, but I know those three top fights are really worth watching. I don't know if they're $75 worth watching.
Oh, man.
I'm going to ask you this. I mean, what would you rather do? Pay $30 to watch KnuckleMania 2 or $75 to watch UFC 271?
$30.
I'm just saying, if they even put a $30 price tag on it. For $29.99, you could watch BKFC's KnuckleMania 2, Perry Lane, Palomino, Smash Brown.
I'm watching KnuckleMania 2.
Yeah,
for $30.
For $30
yes.
Over a $75 UFC pay-per-view. They're fucking killing themselves.
That you need not only is it $75, but you also need to be on
ESPN Plus.
Yeah. They really want that fucking money, man. You're paying like fucking $1,200 a year to watch them fucking fights.
Yeah, well, they actually did the math on it. If you pay for the monthly charge for ESPN Plus and buy all the pay-per-views, it came out to like $1,500 or something like that. Is it worth it? You know what I mean? Is it worth fucking $1,500 of your money to watch this when you could pay $4.99 and watch the fastest growing sport in the world? That's what I'm saying, man. It's just fucking, it's wild. Kevin
Well,
is
one
Kevin.
day, one
Kevin's
day
talking
it'll go
about
up.
Keith Thurman and Kay Wilson. Honestly, Kev, I haven't been watching any like real gloved boxing right now, so I apologize. You know, I apologize. Plus, on top of that, I'm coaching Nolan's basketball team, and we're doing this show, and we're working full time, so it's kind of like we gotta get our priorities in line.
Yes, sir.
But I'm gonna shoot HD a message and say, hey, why don't you come on tomorrow night?
Let's just shut it down, Kyle.
Yeah.
Let's shut it down. Say goodbye to everybody. Tonight has been real. We will be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll add HD to the show tomorrow, but I think we should cut it out, my friend. Let's end this broadcast. Say goodbye to everybody. What do you say, Kyle?
Hold on one second.
Hold on one second.
You know what I say. You know what I say. I say, hold up, wait a minute. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. we got Britain. We got Smash Brown. We got Jared Warren. We got Britton Beltran.
Yep.
Everybody tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. We'll try to get Howard HD Davis on after Britton. But with that said, peace.